Jason Kenner, his baby got sick and he had to leave. So I'm the innovation coordinator from Paintsville Schools, but he does have one of his students here. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the project that we're doing. And actually, there's a misprint in the program, and on-the-job training is not the title of his project. His project is actually, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a drone. And Mr. Kenner teaches the media class. And what he does in the media class is our kids put together a digital yearbook, an online digital yearbook that kids can access, and they also do the news and all kinds of neat things like that they do. And Matt's a student in that class, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it. But what they're doing with the drones is they've had one drone to kind of practice with, and we've got a couple more drones coming that are a little higher quality. And they're videoing, and it's kind of like talking about getting outside the four walls. Well, they're really going above the school. You know, they're flying around, and they're doing all kinds of neat stuff with that drone. They've already used the lower resolution some, and what they're trying to do is just get out there and play with that and incorporate that kind of media into their classroom and the cutting edge stuff. And so just trying to keep up with the new stuff. And so I'll let Matt tell you a little bit about some of the stuff they're doing in their classroom.
Like he said, I'm a senior. I have Mr. Kenner for classes. I have him for two classes. One's computer science, and the other is multimedia publishing, which is just your basic media class. And we actually got the chance to do kind of a crash course with a drone that we already had on hand. First of all, when we used it, kids got excited. It got us out of the classroom. We got to go to little field trips to the football field and baseball field, which as a senior, you don't get many field trips, so that was kind of cool just to get out of the school. But first of all, we had to learn how to fly the thing, which was just a course by itself. We had a lot of wobbly flyers before we could find the steady hand to run the camera, and we learned skills like using the camera, getting the right angles for certain shots, and how to get images off of that onto the computer, get it up, edit that stuff, and it was really neat. It was a fun time, and actually towards the end there, when kids kind of looked out their window, and we're sitting there in the parking lot looking up, looking at things, and you got kids looking out their windows trying to see what we're doing. We're out there flying this drone. A lot of kids actually tried to transfer into the media class because it got them excited, but unfortunately they weren't able to at the end. But we had a lot of kids sign up this year excited and everything. And the drone, it was just a great time. It got kids excited. It's a good way to learn. And we have a lot of kids in the program that plan on using careers that focus in media and stuff like that. So this is giving them good training for things that they may encounter down the road. And overall, it was really fun just to be able to fly around with that thing.
And last year, Mr. Kenner wrote a grant and got a Mac Mini server so he could run more high quality video stuff. And so he's still using the stuff that he got with that, you know, to run this program, and doing a lot of stuff in iMovie. And so it's just it's a neat class and a lot of stuff going on. And the kids really are doing most of the stuff, you know, and they're coming up with the ideas. So it's pretty neat. If you guys got any questions, we'll try to answer them.
Do you know how much the drones cost?
One of the drones was like $80 just to learn to fly, and the other one's like $750. Much higher resolution. You just, you know, a little bit bigger, a little better quality. But we wanted to get a cheaper one in case we crash. So when we wrote it, when Jason wrote the grant, we wrote in there to get the small, cheaper one, just to, like Matt said, the crash course, because we were flying into trees, and you know. And then the other one's a little bit more expensive, about $750, but it takes much higher quality. It can go higher in the air. It can fly higher. But now we're a little worried because there's trying to do some FCC regulations and limit, you know, where you can fly your drones. So, but we're just going to, you know, do it until they tell us to stop. See what happens, you know, ask for forgiveness instead of permission kind of thing. But yeah, so it's kind of expensive, but we got the cheap one to kind of practice on, you know. So, all right, thank you guys.